to episode 125 of It Was a Movie. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
This is Random Movie 445, a Metacritic's all-time movie list. It's Rebel Without a Cause from 1955, directed by Nicholas Ray, starring James Dean, Natalie Wood, Sal Mineo, and a bunch of other people. Corey Allen, who played Buzz, directed Encounter at Farpoint, The Next Generation.
Go away!
Yeah, first ever episode of The Next
Generation.
Generation.
I didn't bother drilling into Buzz because he doesn't hang around all that long.
No, he disappears into the
Into the void.
Yeah. Budget was 1.5 million, and back in the day it was a very popular movie with all the teeny boppers around in the 50s.
The juvenile delinquents, you mean?
Yes. I think it brought in about 7.2 million, give and take. It was a couple of Academy Award nominations, but no wins. Natalie Wood, Best Supporting Actress, Sal Mineo for Best Supporting Actor, and Nicholas Ray for the Best Motion Picture Story. Golden Globe, Natalie Wood won Best Promising Newcomer. At a score of 89, you just score of 7.5. What did you make of Rebel Without a Clause contract?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest here. I didn't particularly enjoy it that much.
Similar.
I was kind of disappointed because, it's not a unknown movie by any means. And I thought either the acting was crap, there wasn't enough emotion being portrayed by characters, or it was way over the top. And I didn't like James Dean in this.
No, I think we have to look at it.
Tearing me apart, Colin.
Lisa.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much where Tommy Wiseau got it from. He wanted to be Jimmy Dean. Yeah. But, listen, I have never watched a James Dean movie, and that's just because I'm a weirdo. But you hear of him and you hear of his reputation, and obviously he died very young. He died before this movie was even released in a car crash, speeding.
Not off a cliff, though.
Not off a cliff, not in a chicky run. I just didn't think he was a very good actor. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think mooing and...
Mooing.
I don't know, maybe I'm missing it. Maybe it's the year. Maybe I'm not giving credit for the time, but...
You have to.
Either trying to be too subtle or too annoying or honking and laughing randomly. I don't know. He wrecked my head. Yeah, maybe it's my age, and I'm thinking, oh, these teenagers.
You familiarized yourself with his dad, and you had empathy with his dad.
Yeah,
Frank.
I had to take my apron off to record this.
Your pinny.
Yeah. Some of its approaches to topics such as masculinity and coming of age and stuff feel a bit haven't aged that well, in my opinion.
No, it's pretty pathetic, actually.
Yeah, listen, I know 1950s America was a effed up time in terms of social revolutions and all this crap. So pre or post-war, I don't know, it just felt...
Blah.
Obviously, you wouldn't make a movie like this now.
No, because I think movies these days have a bit more nuance, a bit more layers to them. I think the plot here, the one thing that really just, I'm choking on my own rage here. No, I'm not. The one thing that I just really couldn't get over was that James Dean was a high school student.
Yeah, was he 24, 25 recording this?
He's supposed to be 16.
He doesn't look it.
He looks like a middle-aged man in a school.
There are a few bits in this movie reminded me of Back to the Future. And he, in his 20s, looked more like a teenager. Way more. James Dean looked like he was in his 30s at this point.
I couldn't get over it. I couldn't get the fact that... And he wasn't even in his final year. He's 16. So...
I think he was 17.
I couldn't get over that. That was the whole big thing.
The only one who looked the age was Plato.
Yeah, he was really young looking. Yeah. But Natalie Wood was 16 when she filmed this, but she looked older.
She looked like she was in her 20s as well, but Plato looked
everybody
age.
did. Everybody looked like in their 20s. Buzz looked like he was a father with two kids.
Looked like he had a mortgage.
Yeah.
Expression on his face.
Well, here's the deal. Like, so, like with like James Dean, this was supposed to be he's a method actor, and so back in the 50s, this wasn't a thing. And so, if you read into the background of this movie, he ad libs a lot. He just goes with his flow, and the actors around him had to sort of react to it. And you can see that later on in the movie when they go to the mansion, and him and Natalie Wood are just riffing off each other, going up the staircase, and you can just tell it's just like, really, is that what this is?
Yeah, I have no hatred of method acting when it's done well. I just found that giggling nonsense somewhat. It felt like a 24-year-old pretending to be a teenager and
Yeah,
acting like one. Like Kevin and Perry, for any Harry Enfield fans out there.
no,
You're so
no.
unfair.
Yeah.
And that's all I got the whole time. All I could feel out of this was Kevin and Perry.
Yeah, I didn't get any. So, like, his acting range, I just did not get in this. At the start of the movie, he's drunk, but for the rest of the movie, I think he's
That's the only
drunk,
bit I like. When he's got the monkey. After the
and
monkey's
that's
gone, I don't care.
like
Like
the
when he's in the
start of the
police station, I
movie.
don't like him.
Now he's singing "Flight of the Valkyrie" and stuff like that, and yeah. So, like, this whole entire, I hear that the monkey toy at the start was his idea, but it's just a weird start to a movie.
I actually like the monkey, but after that, I don't like the movie.
I'm sure there's if you looked for thought and meaning in the toy monkey, you would get it if you actually took this movie seriously. But
I did not look for any.
childhood belonging and yearning for
Yeah.
his youth. But we start the movie, we get introduced to Jim, Judy, and Plato slash John. Is it? I can't
Johnny
remember.
Boy, yeah, who shot some
Everybody's
dogs or something.
Yeah, he shot some puppies. So we
Yeah,
get
straight away I'm thinking, oh my god, he's a psycho.
And then we just don't get any sort of depth to him whatsoever. Because near the end, when he's doing what he's doing, I'm like going, I don't know why he's doing this. I know what they want me to think,
Oh
that
yeah,
he's
yeah.
that he doesn't
Daddy
have a
issues.
family. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, daddy issues. He doesn't have a family, so he thought Jim and Judy was his new family. But let me say one thing as well. This has one thing in common with War of the Worlds that we reviewed a few weeks ago.
It was on social media.
No, there's so much happened in 24 hours. They're in love by the end of 24 hours, and this
I
whole
know.
cringe fest of "I love you" at the end of
Love
24
you,
hours.
Jim. Thanks for killing my boyfriend.
Forgets about him straight away.
Yeah, you got to be worried about somebody who's able to jump in that quick.
Yeah. At the start of the movie, we were introduced to them at the police station headquarters. So if you had to sum up Jim, Judy, and Plato's individual family struggles at the start, hit me with it. Jim, go.
Jim wants to be a good guy, right? But
Does he?
well, I'm not sure. Yeah, he does. There is elements of it where he wants to be a good son. He wants to be a good citizen. He wants to be nice to people, but also he feels like he needs to prove himself as a man,
Man.
and that's something that keeps coming up and keeps shouting at his dad.
Yeah, so what's his relationship with his parents like?
His dad is by the mum, and this is a major issue for Jim. Also, he doesn't like the fact his dad wears an apron.
Get it off, yeah.
Yeah, so that's his big issue. He's, to be honest, doesn't really have enough to complain about, in my fucking opinion.
No.
That's not a good reason. No, Judy's coming to womanhood or something, some such nonsense like that. She's got daddy issues as well.
Yeah, let's talk about that later because it's just really, really weird.
It's unpleasant.
It's
And
so weird.
Plato, he's got the problems. Plato kills dogs with a gun, and his parents seem to have scarpered. So, and he does come across as gay. 1950s, major isolation.
Yeah.
So
Big
he's
time.
got all the problems in the world compared to the
Yeah.
other two. The other two are whiny wine bags.
Yeah, they're teenage angst in a nutshell. Judy has run away from home at the start, but then she just goes back. And having said that, she's talking about her dad as if he's horrible at the start, but then we see a scene later on. Let's just talk about it because I don't really care about going linear or whatever. At some part during the movie, she comes in and kisses her dad on the lips, and her dad goes, "Yeah, enough of
Would
that.
you
You're too
quit
old for
it?
that."
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but then it's just sort of, is it? What's the deal? Does she love her father like that? Is he trying to put a stop to it because he is in love with her sexually?
See, I don't think that's what they were getting at.
What the
I
hell are
don't.
you getting at?
I don't think they were that nuanced, as you said earlier. Just a little nuanced. It was two dimensional. I think that was it. That she was confused possibly from a sexual standpoint about her relationship with her dad or some such horribleness, and she's projecting all this crap onto first Buzz and then to Jim.
Right.
Poorly executed.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I really don't know what's happening with that relationship, and I don't want to know.
No, really don't.
But if you look at if you read into the review notes and trivia about this, like it is supposed to be pointing towards incest.
Oh, is it?
And Plato was a homosexual as well, and so I don't know. It's sort of a weird.
There's definitely a plethora of sexual undertones running around in this.
Plethora, eh?
Plethora.
Yeah. So that's the next chunk would be him going to school and visiting the planetarium. That's the sort of. That's just, I hate him because I was a teacher, still am, but I'm not teaching right now. But that kind of student would annoy the hell out of me.
Right out the back, give him a kicking.
It's a
You're helping Buzz with the knife.
constellation.
That would have been you.
Basically, his first day at school and the planetarium visit is just setting up very simply and clearly how he's not in with the in gang. That's the cool sort of hooligan gang, and he's trying to get into them by being the funny guy in the class, which is typical stereotype of older movies where this sort of guy wants to fit in, or the new person he wants to fit into a school. And it's done very, I don't know, they spend a lot of time in the planetarium and it doesn't really do much for me.
I have an issue with the hangers-on, the other delinquents hanging around with Buzz and Judy.
Yeah.
They're just poorly portrayed. There's nothing to them. There's no motivation. There's no motivation on Buzz. And there's no motivation on Judy to be behaving the way they are. Like,
it's teenage angst and their reaction to isolation and them living in a zoo family. That's the whole. They hate their families because they give them stability and love, and they don't want it.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to say Judy and Jim, pair of whining shite bags. Plato's got problems. The other two, just shut up.
Plato needs a good therapist and he'd be fine, but he did kill some dogs. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's red flag right there.
I don't know why the cop, the juvie cop at the start, is so forgiving and understanding. Jim's drunk as a skunk and he's going, "Oh, what's up, boy? What's wrong? You know, why are you so mad? Blah blah blah." And like, if that's 2025, get into the clank, son, sleep it off, and out you go.
Yeah, happy days.
The next
Fixed.
day. Yeah, well, I have another issue with the Buzz's clan, Dennis Hopper being one of them. You don't even recognize Dennis Hopper as one of the clan. When they're left after Buzz goes off a cliff, you don't even care who they are. You don't know who they are. You don't know their motives. But for some reason, they're out to get Jim
because they think he's squealed to the fuzz.
Yeah, but it's just what's he squealing on? It's him. He raced Buzz.
Yeah, there's nothing to squeal about. I guess maybe the cars were stolen. I don't know. The cars that drove off the cliff were stolen, right? Or am I dreaming?
Clue.
I didn't particularly care.
No.
I'll be honest. I did enjoy the visuals of all the cars lined up with the lights on. Judy doing the dropping the hands and go. For 1950s, I thought that was quite nice. Everything else in that scene is stupid.
They also had the challenge. This was, I think they made a very quick...
The blue screen or the green screen?
No, they did. There was actually no green screen because I read that they shot the level shot where the cars are racing and whatever, and then they used the studio lot to show the they had water inside studio, blah blah
But
blah.
there's one scene though where they're standing looking over the cliff, where they're clearly not standing on a cliff.
Yeah, true.
I think they
Yeah,
cut two. I don't know how they cut two pieces of film together or something. I should have researched it. It clearly wasn't real, but
yeah.
it was an interesting production choice.
But this is the infamous Chicky Run, which made me laugh because when I lived in Japan, we lived over a Family Mart, and they have something called Fammy Chicky, which is family chicken. And
You
after
used
a
to
few
run down to get it.
beers, exactly, I'd go on a Chicky Run to get
Then they
my.
would give you the runs.
No, it was amazing. Yeah, I wish there was a Family Mart in Europe, but anyway. Before the Chicky Run, though, let's just head back to the jewel of the knife fight, because that leads into the Chicky Run. Because for some reason, Buzz stabbies Jim, and then
Jim stabbies him, but it
but
makes
then
no sense.
there's a weird response that Buzz has after. He's sort of
I like you, man.
yeah, he's half respectful and half sort of
Yeah, Jim asked
I
him,
hate you.
why are we doing this? And Buzz like, yeah, what else are you going to do? Not this. This is stupid.
It was like an initiation. The Chicky Run was like, okay, who's the most bravest? And as Jim said to his dad, they called out my honor. I had to do it.
Yeah, did they though? Did you, buddy?
Did you laugh when Buzz was screaming going over the cliff? Because I did.
Absolutely wet myself. I may have let a little cheer.
It was so funny.
It was brilliant. Poor Buzz.
It hasn't aged well.
To infinity and sea.
The sea. It was comical. I'm sorry.
It was. Poor Buzz.
Yeah.
Well, we got it. We're supposed to get some emotional response to his death. All I got was joy and laughter.
It was very funny the way it was shot. And then he does the scream, and then it just shows his car smashing into the rocks.
Yoink. That's the end of Buzz. Now
this is when
move on to the girlfriend.
Yeah, but this is when it annoys me, because Judy and Jim and Plato get together, and it's like, okay, Buzz is gone. That's over with Judy.
What we're going to
Judy
do? We're going to go
care.
hang around and be best friends now, and I'm going to love you, right? Yeah. In 15 minutes, effectively, yeah.
Yeah. But so I think probably one of the good scenes, I'm not going to say the best scene, but one of the good scenes is when Jim puts himself in the middle of his mum and dad in a sort of a quarrel, and like just sort of confronting them about his feelings about morality and honesty, and his mum saying, well, we'll just move again, son. It's like, oh, no, I don't want to move again. There's some good camera angles in this scene.
There is. They're very dramatic. They're quite striking.
They rotate quite a bit as well.
Let down a little bit by the extreme overacting. Sorry, James Dean fans.
Yeah, and you can tell, I could sense, I was reading it before I read the trivia I was reading today, I could sense that James Dean was he was in charge of that scene, and they were just along for the ride. I could sense that the guy playing his dad, can't remember his name, but he actually is the voice of Elmer Fudd, by the way. I think he just had to react every time James Dean did something. He had to react in kind, because he didn't throw him through a table or throw him through a chair or something. It's like maybe he didn't even know this was going to happen.
That would have sucked.
Yeah, he wasn't
Stop
the youngest.
beating me up. I work here.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know, like, but here's the deal as well. He has this childhood trauma, in bunny quotes. We don't learn why he's this type of kid. Ever.
I can't see trauma there. His trauma is that his mum is overbearing, and his dad doesn't stand up for himself. That isn't fucking trauma. It's mildly annoying at best.
It's life. It's just normality.
Yeah, there's different dynamics in families. Shut up.
Yeah, so like a scene that's supposed to be it is a pivotal scene in the movie, whether you like it or not, because it turns his next choices into what happens to all the characters, basically. I didn't know who was going to die at the end of this movie, to be honest with you. I thought maybe everybody would, like a Romeo and Juliet thing would happen, and they both die.
That more.
Yeah, I think it probably would have worked a bit
Would have
better.
worked better. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and so like they get to like Judy and Jim like have a conversation after his parent sort of confrontation, and they say a lot of stereotypical teenage angst shit, and they just go to a mansion that Plato had pointed out earlier in the movie.
I know.
And the fact that everybody ends up going to the mansion is very contrived and forced. It's sort of
I know
weird.
the bad guys, if you want to label them that, are driving around, which I'm
Yeah.
assuming is a large enough area. Right, enough
Yeah.
as an observatory. It's not a
Yeah.
small
Yeah.
place,
If you
but they
play
just happen
Grand
to
Theft Auto, you'd know.
exactly. They just happen to go. Oh, look, there's his car.
Oh, that's funny. Get your chains, lads. Get your whips.
Yeah,
It's it's forced, and so when Plato, Jim, and Judy are there, they're sort of their frivolity and their fun and forced laughter, and just weird play conversations just are annoying to the point where if this was played by kids, I might be on board a bit more, maybe,
yeah.
because
But
their
it's a
conversations coming,
24-year-old man.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. You're an old ass man.
He
Shut up.
looks totally out of place in this movie. I'm just trying to think if these were 13, 14-year-old real kids having stupid conversations. I can't even remember what they were talking about on the staircase, but it was a lot of
Talking
just
about
play
buying
acting.
or renting the castle.
Exactly. Yeah, this is 5 million a month. It's like, and when Plato was saying that, I was like going, yeah, it's normal coming from his sort of age of character.
Yeah,
But
he
we,
felt in this respect more. To use a word that was used in all over the fucking place in this movie, authentic.
it's
So
it's sort of weird. You could look into that play thing, going, "Oh, is this what they're devoid of in their life?" But it's the script doesn't
yeah,
allow me to think about that, though.
no, there's a bit of a nod to them acting like husband and wife, and with Plato
Adults,
almost like their child. And Plato leans into this quite heavily,
yeah. But then
a
where's
little
this? Where
bit
does
unpleasantly
yeah? But where does this sort of align with his maybe love for
for Jimbo.
Jim? Yeah, for Jimbo. Because that kind of
Uh,
disappears at the start. You see him with a picture of a famous actor in his locker, and you go, "Oh, he might be gay. Fair enough. Weird in a 55 movie. That's fine."
yeah,
And then he sort of says something when he drops him off or something, or when Jim drives him home from the race, I think, and just doesn't leave him home. He just drops him off at Jim's house and says, "All right, mate, fuck off.
yeah.
Walk your own way
Do you
home.
want to come to my place? And he's like, nah,
Bye."
bye.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so Plato does say that. Yeah, come back to my place. There's nobody
Yeah,
there.
no, he's clearly got something for him. I think it's more. It develops a bit more to be more than just an sexual interest in him. It's more of a. It's a daddy thing. There's a lot of daddy issues in this bloody movie.
I think it's three daddy issues. Dead daddy for Plato, incestuous daddy for Judy, and sort of what's the word if you're
Not
kind of
macho enough daddy.
yeah, emasculated daddy, maybe, is that the word?
Emasculated. That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
I like the fact that his grandmother is also a nightmare. She disappears halfway through the
She's
movie.
only in the
But
cop shop. Yeah.
I love the fact earlier on he's going to his first day of school and he looks like he's going to the construction site or something. Like he's mid-20s. I love the way she's like going, I've got pancakes or I've got peanut butter sandwiches. I've got blah, blah, blah. And the grandmother goes, yes, that I made. And then the mother just looks at her going, you bitch. I like that. It was funny.
The reason why you don't see her later on is because she's buried under the patio. We have to
Brookside.
move. No, we have to move.
Every time they move, it's because the mother has killed another member of his
Now,
dad's
that
family.
would be a fantastic
That's
little.
a great
twist.
story. Yeah, that would be good. So they're in the mansion. The bad guys turn up. Then the
With a
cops
chain.
turn up.
Not to forget
chains.
that old Johnny / Plato Head has got a gun.
He took his gun that he shot the puppies with.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah. So he shoots one of he shoots one of the bad guys in the midst of all this furore. I'm not going to mention this scene where they're outside and then Plato just falls fast asleep with his face on concrete.
After 5 seconds, they put a jacket over him, he's asleep.
I really think they need to put the ages down for all these characters. If he was 8 years old, I could imagine that.
I've never seen an 8-year-old fall asleep in 5 seconds. I'm sorry. I've wanted it. It doesn't happen.
No, but then, there's an age discrepancy here, and this is weirder because Natalie Wood, who was 16, had an affair with the director, and he was 43. So this makes it even worse for me. This entire movie. Also, I hear there's also rumors that she had an affair with Plato's actor as well. So
holy crap! Okay,
so weird. She had a really crazy life. Like, do you hear about her death? Basically, she grew up with a fear of water. She got married to Robert Wagner. Richard Wagner's the composer. She's out in a boat with Robert Wagner and Christopher Walken, and she disappears during the night. She's found drowned in the sea the next morning.
She had good reason to be fearful of water.
She's got bruises, but the coroner doesn't report on any of this until 10 years later. They've been talking about this in the 2020s, saying some people have come forward saying, yeah, the captain of the boat was told to shut up by Robert Wagner. The coroner's assistant has spoken up saying, yeah, there was bruises on her, not conducive with drowning.
So Wagner did her in?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh God.
Allegedly.
It would appear with the evidence presented to us that he may have.
Yeah, because they've changed her cause of death from drowning to drowning and possible suspicious scenario or something.
It's a bit late in the day to be looking up this one now.
It's a bit late. Yeah, it's probably the statute of limitations is gone and everything, but yeah, it's sad to see. But
especially if your fear is water, that's how you go.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, back to the scene. So cops coming in, and this entire chase scene is so annoying because they chase Plato, the two cops, and
everybody into the little bit of forest.
Everybody comes in. So Jim runs out, then Judy runs out, and then they just have a little walky, runny chase scene. And Plato shoots at the cops a couple of times, and he breaks into the observatory. I stupidly was just picking up on stupid things then. The cop calls on the radio. Yeah, he's already injured a bad guy in the mansion. How does he know? He never went into the mansion.
He never did. Nobody told him.
Nobody told him.
I was annoyed with that. I would have preferred if it had said, or he hadn't said that anybody was shot.
He wouldn't have seen him. No. Well, he did shoot at the policeman, so he said, oh, the guy is fired at me. He's in the freaking observatory now.
You haven't killed anybody yet. That bit annoyed me when he says that. Like, how do you know?
True.
Do you have a mobile phone on you?
If they redid it all in 2025, we could solve all these issues.
His Facebook pop-up where informed him that the other guy was shot.
Don't remind me of War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Pop-ups. Beep, 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 beep. Rebel would have a cause in the sort of screen time format, just like War of the Worlds. That would be fun.
That just sounds like hell. At least the social updates would be more,
I hate my
in a
family.
Relationship, but he's dead.
Out of a relationship. In a relationship. 10 minutes later. I love Jim.
Poor Plato.
Yeah. So Plato is all pissed off because they went inside, and there's illusions that they're just going inside. Himself. Yeah, they're going into the bedroom. That's another little. It's very kind of, but they're not doing anything. They're fully clothed and lying on the floor. So it's sort of like there was allusions to it, but not really. Just talking about how much they love each other. Although Jim doesn't say it, she does.
Yeah,
but Plato's annoyed. Yeah, I nearly did a hand solo. Plato's annoyed because they left him alone outside, and the bad guys chased him. So he gets a bit of a strop on.
Well, I think that's another nod to his issue with his parents and his abandonment problems. So he has been abandoned by both his parents.
Yeah, But
but
it didn't work
it's a
for me.
mad stretch.
And the fact that he's in the observatory and Jim and Judy run in to save him. And again, everybody turns up. His juvie officer has his parents in the car. Plato's helper comes along. Where did she come from? How did she know she's observatory?
It's a damn good question.
And why didn't Judy's parents turn up? Because they phoned it in going, yo,
They
our
don't care.
daughter's. Dad's like going, I don't want her back here.
I've got another
She'll
kid.
kiss
She'll be
me
fine.
again.
Yeah.
But we go inside the observatory and Jim's like going, hey, come on, they're all friends out there.
Hey,
Plato's turned into something that he wasn't at the start of the movie. He's not layered enough to be this way at the end of the
If
movie.
you're going to give him a mental break, you have to support that breakdown. Again, it's two-dimensional. It doesn't substantiate the change in character at all. It doesn't give us any arc whatsoever. It just goes from zero to nuts in the second.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I hope we're not missing something because
we definitely are.
this movie is well regarded and well
It
loved.
is beloved.
Although
Not by us, though, by the sounds of it.
No, but some people have said it's important because it's culturally and historically important to America. They don't mention anything about plot or acting. I think the whole genre of it is important to cinema history.
And I get that. It's a seminal piece of film from 1950s America. It's kind of starts the whole teenage movement, and the concept of teenage angst and all this stuff kind of comes out of this. But as a movie, outside of the historical importance of it, I don't like it. It's missing a lot of important stuff, like acting, plot.
Yeah, I think my favorite actor is his dad. He's actually a good actor.
Because you like Elmer Fudd?
Because I like Elmer Fudd.
I like hunting wabbits.
Wabbits.
Muscly
wabbits. Yeah, so it's very contrived at the end because Jim removes the bullets and then gives it back. I'm guessing there's still one in the chamber because that sort of little magazine is still...
you can't do that. He's fired off a couple of shots, which means there's at least one still in there.
He needs to do the whole... Then he hands it back to Plato, and Plato doesn't even realize it's lighter.
It's way lighter.
But it's that's again, it's it's annoying at the end because they're trying to lead him out and he goes, oh, it's too bright out there. What? I don't understand the reasoning. I don't understand.
He's agoraphobic or something? What's happening?
He's a werewolf.
Yeah. That makes
He's a lichen.
So after the fin and the credits come up, he just changes and eats all the cops.
Eats everybody, yeah.
Good.
And so, yeah, basically, he freaks out and they shoot him. He freaks out and he's waving a gun around and the cop goes, oh, fuck you, man.
Never like Lucky anyway.
Yeah. What about...
oh, but I've got the bullets. Well, you could have started with that.
Exactly. He could have opened the door and went... Come on, push him out and go, here he is. His gun is empty.
Still gotta relax. Oh, shit, he had him in the chamber.
Sorry, lads. My dad's dead.
Yeah.
Did you... The green and red sock?
Green and red sock?
You weren't watching in black and white, were you?
Oh, sorry, yes. His Plato as he lay in the ground and they're chuckling at it in two different points.
Two scenes, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to be for us as the viewer?
I didn't get the point of it, and I decided not to look it up. But
immaturity,
I think it's
childhood,
maybe your anxiety and not being focused and all this gunk. He doesn't have his parents to look after him when he's doing something stupid wardrobe wise.
Yeah, he's got nobody to look
out for him in that respect. Yeah, so maybe that's it.
But again, it fell flat.
It fell flat because of how they were laughing at his socks. Because of James Dean.
Yeah, but maybe the script originally had them going, oh, look at his socks, we need somebody to be looking after him. But James Dean probably ad-libbed and went, what a doofus.
His little chuckles are annoying as all hell.
And he chuckles a lot near the end as well.
Yeah. No, I understand that sometimes people have a bit of a chuckle when they're not really feeling all that happy. But it's
kind of manic in places.
His manic laughter is the same when he's happy as when he's sad. So that doesn't track with me.
Yeah, and I thought when he came back from the police station the second time, I thought he was drunk again because he falls out of the car nearly and falls onto the ditch and beside thing. And I'm like going,
But he's completely sober.
Sober drunk, sober drunk. The range was not there for me because when he's so drunk at the police station at the start, the rest of the movie is kind of the same character.
Oh, hi, Mark.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
It's... Yeah, I haven't seen excerpts from The Room. I haven't watched the entire movie. But it felt...
I did.
Like Rizzo kind of nailed it. Which
Yeah,
is
why
not
is
a
he-
good thing.
Yeah, why is he so critiqued for his James Dean impersonation? Because James Dean didn't really do it that dissimilar from him.
He didn't. The mad overacting.
I'm guessing
No,
you
he didn't
hate...
say, oh, hi, Mark. But
No.
he
Hi,
might as well
Plato.
have.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you hated the very, very crammed in resolution at the end. Dad hugs him. The mother starts to say something to Dad, and then they just look at each other and go,
Hey. Oh, we fixed everything.
we're
In
fixed
that
everything.
one look.
We're not moving
Boom.
ever again. Mom, Dad, this is Judy, my friend.
And the mum goes, and the dad goes,
Mm.
and the mum goes, hey.
Hey, let's go.
That's
I hate
it. That's the end.
I thought that was going to annoy me, but then for some reason there's a guy walking towards the observatory and the pan
He's
out.
coming in the next day going, what the fuck happened here?
And I was like going, who's this guy? I thought it was the kind of the guy doing the narration of the planetarium.
That's what I
It's
thought
not.
it was as well. It's not.
You know who it is? It's the fucking director. He wanted to be in the movie. It's the director.
What a tosser.
Yeah, and I think it's he wants to be in every movie. Anyway, I hate him because he had an affair with a 16-year-old, so...
Yeah, that's very... has his own private jet and his own island sort of style thing.
Sort of vibes, yeah.
Yeah.
Having
I
said
think
that, there's a lot of artists in the past who had really weird things. Like, you know, how many years goes past and you go, it's fine. His art is great. You know, like Paul Gauguin messed around with 16-year-olds in Tahiti, where his stuff is hanging up in every gallery in the world, basically. And then you've got Woody Allen, who's had some weird shit going on, and Roman Polanski, weird shit going on. I don't watch any of their movies because it's a bit too close to the time.
It's far too close. He's still, especially Alan's still running around the place doing controversial,
shit.
horrible shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, he can shove his movies.
Yeah.
Gauguin's an issue for me. I'm not sure. I like his work, but also he's dead a long time.
Yeah, I'm reading his biography at the minute. It's a long read. I haven't got to the weird shit yet, but there's a lot of things that have been said about him that seems to feel like it's been misconstrued and blah blah blah. But anyway, whatever.
It's hard to
It's
know.
out there. But yeah, I'm a Gauguin fan of his art,
Not his lifestyle.
not his lifestyle. Okay, it is the end of Rebel Without a Cause.
It was a movie.
It was a movie, all right.
An important movie. We have to.
I think it's an important movie. Yeah, I think it's an important movie, as somebody said, historically and culturally. Maybe not from a movie construction point of view. So I think
it's not enjoyable, but it is important.
It was not an enjoyable movie, but it was a movie.
It definitely was a movie.
So talking about acting, we've talked about how James Dean is weird. How he conveys his emotional stuff. Natalie Wood and Sal Mineo, who plays Plato. I think out of those two, probably Sal Mineo is probably better, but then he gets a weird arc near the end, which sort of makes him sort of a bit wobbly.
They're okay. I think the pair of them are on a par. She's kind of steady the whole way through. He falls flat at the end, quite literally.
I think if she wasn't dressed up as a 30-year-old somebody and actually looked like a teenage girl, it might have worked a bit better. Because she has the youthful face, but she's dolled up her hair and her lipstick and everything. That she does
style
look
at
old.
the time.
I had 2 pennies in my pocket.
An onion tied in my belt.
But maybe, like, acting wise, I think, well, not Judy's parents, but I think Frank, I think his name is, Jim's dad, comes across well, and I think the mum as well of Jim plays. She's a character. She's a caricature of a
She is.
teenage
She is.
angst teenage angst teenager, of course. Uh, so, what do you give acting? That's the question.
Oh, 2.25. There's a lot of it that wrecks my head. I can't get past "You're Tearing Me Apart." There's no necessary, out of place, honking and mooing and making siren noises. F off, James Dean.
Jesus Christ.
He's
Cancelled.
he annoyed the crap out of me.
He was quite annoying. And you know what? It was good that both of us went into this blind, because at the start I was like, okay, this is going to be a pretty edgy movie, I think. James Dean has a reputation of playing edgy characters. But when the music started at the start, it's going, what the hell is this? It's violins, it's orchestral stuff.
Oh,
and he's lying in the street.
Wait till we get onto the music.
Yeah, I know. Actually, so I'm giving it 2 for acting because it's annoying. Sorry, I skipped plot. Do I usually do plot first?
We just have to cover 4 things.
Yeah, true. So plot. So
plot I find tricky.
Yeah. Does the title is misleading? Is it Rebel Without a Cause? Probably isn't actually.
He's not a rebel.
He kind of is, because he's doing not what his parents want or society.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a cause, because he's just a teenager and he just has angst. There is no cause.
Angst. Listen, we all
teenage
all
angst.
angst.
Teenage angst has paid off well.
Drive people off cliffs. I don't know. I think the plot is important, and it did actually capture a period in America where that feeling was prevalent, but was kind of undocumented. So it is important in that respect. But as a movie and as an arc and as a story, I find it lacking. And I find motivation nowhere to be found.
And the relationship with Jim, Judy, and Plato just doesn't evolve enough for them to be buddies at the end of a 24-hour time frame.
Exactly. You can't just develop a relationship like that in seconds.
Yeah, like a temporary surrogate family for Plato and them two, because so it's like they wanted to just basically pretend and live in the mansion for the rest of their lives and go, we're a family. Well, where's the money coming from, eh?
There you tell him. Old man Colin.
Shakes fist at cloud. Is there any reason behind filming in a planetarium and an abandoned mansion, like two sort of spaces like that?
They look great.
They look better than, I guess, just normal rooms, I guess.
There was one interesting piece at the planetarium at the start where basically the narrator kept over and over again telling everybody that their lives are pointless.
True.
I really enjoyed that, and that actually fit. That was the only good part of the plot.
That's good, actually. Yes. Yeah, and everybody was all the teenagers were going, oh.
Okay, my life is pointless. Sweet.
They actually were listening to him.
Yeah.
Which says a lot, because they're... Oh, that was just Jim. But like the rest of them, being the hooligans that they are, were just sitting listening quietly to the movie about...
I know,
so
it's
sort of contradicting.
It's a bit of a jump from being attentive to being then outside stabbing people.
The knife fight looked shit as well.
It's awful.
And they did it for real, and Jim Dean got cut or whatever. It's like, oh, really? Wow. Really? Great, well done.
That's probably why it looks shit. It's real.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they need to actually fake it up a bit more. I'm giving the plot 2 as well.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm going to copy on that one. The plot would get much less if it wasn't historically important, the topic it was covering. But
yeah,
it holes all over the place.
Yeah. Leonard Roseman did the music for this. It started off like it should have been a romantic movie set on a cruise liner, the way the music was. It was just off-putting for me.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy the music in this at all either.
Sound design, there's really no other sort of sound effects either that helped me.
No. I feel like a 2 is warranted here again.
Yeah, It's all been 2 for me so far, but I'll give production a good score actually, because to be honest with you, there's some good choices. Like I think the cinematography when he comes home and confronts his parents, he's lying
Stair
upside
scene.
down on the sofa.
Yeah,
He dips camera angles upside down as he
that's awesome.
comes up.
Yeah,
He rotates the camera up. Then there's a lot of Dutch angles when he's on the stairs. When he's on the stairs between his mum and dad, there's a four shot of his dad with them in the background. That's quite well done. The planetarium stuff's pretty good. The
Chicken Run is very good.
Yeah,
I think cinematography in this is fantastic. I'll wind it back a little bit from fantastic. Good, pretty good. Of all the elements in this movie, is the best by a good bit. Actually,
yeah,
I'd be sneaky up on a 3.5. Maybe.
yeah. That's what I put in 3.5 for me. Yeah. Uh, do you think it would have been good in black and white? It would have made a difference. Would it have made a difference?
No.
No. Well, we wouldn't have got the iconic red jacket that Fry in Futurama basically is James Dean.
He's the better actor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Lots of high scores in the movie magazines. Lowest is Pauline Kael from The New Yorker, a generation gap soap opera of the 50s, which had more emotional resonance for the teenagers of the time than many much better movies.
Fair enough. That's a very good depiction of what this is. At the time, it was more poignant. Now it's
Yeah, Roger Ebert loved it. 100, a milestone in the creation of a new idea about young people. David Parkinson in Empire gave it 100. The red-jacketed, method-pouting James Dean steals every scene, but the ensemble playing is nothing short of exemplary. So I don't know what's wrong with us.
We're miserable hacks.
That's fine.
We hate young people. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm okay with it too. So should we drive this episode off a cliff and scream as we're doing so?
My coat is caught in the handle.
Yeah, so we didn't mention his coat was caught in the handle. That's why he stayed in the car.
You forgot about the brakes, did you, buddy? Buzz? Brakes?
Brakes?
No?
Yeah. No.
Bueller?
Bueller. All right, let's move on. We're going to head on up to 2006 movie, and it's movie 1995 on Metacritic's all-time movie list, and it is Little Miss Sunshine from 2006. Haven't watched it in a while. It'd be good to look at it with an analytical eye.
That is a movie.
It is a movie. Little Miss Sunshine is an American family road comedy that shatters the mold. Brazenly satirical and yet deeply human, the film introduces audience to one of the most endearing, fractured families in recent cinema history. I'll leave it at that. It goes a few bit more. It's got a Metascore of 80, and I used a score of 8.2. It runs for 1 hour and 41 minutes. Of course, it has Steve Carell, Toni Collette, Craig Kinnear, Abigail Breslin, Paul Dano, a young Paul Dano, and Alan Arkin. And yes, I remember many different scenes in this movie, and they all stand out as quirky and emotional.
Yeah,
from what I remember.
Yep, it really punches
the family dynamics and debt and unity and teenage angst as well. Actually, Paul Dano. Paul Dano is a bit of a teenage angst person, and then you've got the little.
You're colorblind. You can't be a pilot.
Oh my god! Yeah, Jesus.
Oh, I can't wait to watch this again.
Cool. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can compare it to the teenage angst presented in Rebel Without a Cause and see how
Paul
much
Dano is a fantastic actor, so I suspect he will compare well.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, cool. We'll see you then in episode 126 for Little Miss Sunshine. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.